Hey guys, so I'm back with some more declutters. I know I said in my video that I wasn't going to do any more declutters because I was kind of happy with where these collections are, but really sitting and thinking about it objectively, I can definitely get rid of some more stuff. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff or a large portion of it, but I'm going to go through and try and clean out some of this stuff and really just make a dent in what I have. And just for reference, if I'm cleaning out anything, guys, I'm not going to be giving away makeup. If it's old, it's going to get thrown away. If it's something that I feel comfortable giving away to friends and family, that's another thing, but I'm not going to be giving away makeup to people. So just FYI before you leave a comment, it's just not gonna happen. So anyway, let's get started. So this is the first drawer. When I'm sitting at my vanity, to my right hand side is the top of my Alex 5 drawer. So in here I keep my loose powders, primers, brow stuff, and concealer. So let's start over here. So guys, this is absolutely ridiculous. I go through these Lorac primers like crazy. This is my absolute all-time favorite primer. Plus when people come over, they come over and they'll grab one and use it or take it home with them. So I love the Lorac primers, and I also love the Urban Decay primers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep all of these because I go through them pretty fast. So I just get them when I get palettes. So those are all staying there. I do have this Stila concealer. This is the Stay All Day concealer. I like to use this to cut my crease when I'm cutting my crease, so I will be keeping that. I do have this e.l.f. glitter primer, which is really, really good. I haven't used it in forever though, just because I don't use glitter that much, and I do have the Lit glitter adhesive now. So because this is so old, I am going to be getting rid of this. All-time favorite drugstore primer is the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild. It is awesome. So that's staying. I do have two of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I do enjoy these. This is like these are the only two full-size primers I have, I think. So I do have a little sample that I'm working through that I take with me traveling, and then I'm also working through this. I do like this primer. I just tend to reach for the Lorac or Urban Decay more, or the Photo Focus. So I am going to go ahead and keep all of these. And then I do have the Tarte Base Tape primer. This is the Double Duty Beauty Primer. I like to use this just underneath my eyes, especially when I'm doing heavier concealer, because I feel like it's just really moisturizing. So that's what I use that for. Now these primers are the Master Primes from Maybelline, and I got these when these first came out, and these are, I can't even remember, this is the Prime and Illuminate, which is really pretty. And then this one is the Prime and, this is just the Prime and Matte base. And I didn't necessarily like these as primers. I liked them just as pretty much easy eyeshadow looks, just putting these on the lid and blending them out and just kind of getting rid of any discoloration or veininess on the eye. But I haven't used these in forever, so these are gonna go. All right, powders back here. I do have the Coty Airspun Translucent. This is the natural, or this is the Naturally Neutral, which I love. It's got kind of a yellow tone and is great for canceling out sallowness or dark circles underneath the eyes. And then I do have the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. So I keep all of those. Those are the only loose powders that I have, so those are staying. Going on to brows, my brow drawer here, I do have my 6 Color Conceal and Perfect concealer palette from BH Cosmetics. I've had this forever, but it's still nice and creamy. It performs really well, so I am going to hold on to this just because I do reach for it every now and then, and the quality is still fine. It's not dried out or cakey. As for brows, I do have this Maybelline Great Lash in Clear. I never reach for this anymore. I either reach for my Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, or I reach for my Benefit like brow fiber thingy. I can't remember what it's called. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of this one. So I do switch between pomades, pencils, powders. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in and what kind of phase I'm in. So I do like both of these. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. This is the Kiss Top Brow in ebony. This is, I feel like, very similar to the ABH one. Actually, let me just compare them. Yeah, they're very similar in color. This one probably has a little bit more redness to it, but I do really enjoy both of these, and I am going to go ahead and keep those around because I do use them when I do more glam looks as well. This is my Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer from Maybelline. This is on its last legs, so I'm probably putting this in an empty, so that's time to let this one go, but I will be repurchasing it because it's really good. All right, I do have just some brushes in here, just in case I want to use powders or eyeshadows, whatever the case may be. I do have some brow pencils in here. I have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette. I also have it in Ebony, which is in my daily makeup bag downstairs. I also have the new Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil, and I have this one in, what shade are you in, sir? I want to say this is dark brown. It doesn't have a shade name on it. I've been using this and I really, really enjoy this. I actually like the color of this one a little bit better because it's a lot cooler than even like the Ebony from the NYX. I like the NYX Micro Brows. I just feel like they run a little bit warm. So that's Brunette. That is, I believe, the dark brown shade. And then I also have the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil, and this one is in Ash Brown, which is again, just a nice cool brow shade. It really matches the shade of my brows. This is one of those kind of triangular shaped pencils. Really, really good. I am loving both of these pencils from Wet n Wild, so those are definitely staying. For under the brow highlights, I do have my NYX Wonder Pencil in Light. I also have my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. I love this. It's so creamy and emollient, and it's just perfect for really cutting out the brows and brightening up the brow bone, covering up any little hairs or discoloration you have. So I'm keeping both of those. All right, let's get into here. So some of these definitely need to go. I have got 2 of these LA Girl Pro Conceal HD High Definition Concealers. I'm not a fan. This one's porcelain. It's way too dark for me. Plus it's kind of funky. Yeah, it's just a little too dark and not light enough for me. So that one is gonna go. And then I also have this one in white, and I just never use it. I never use it. Haven't reached for it. So it's a nice thick consistency, but I never use them. So those are gonna go. I have this IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Waterproof Concealer, and this one is in the shade, this is an Ultra Fair. I haven't even opened this yet, and I do want to try it, so I am going to keep that. So this I've been holding on to forever. This is the Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer, which is amazing. This came out with the Fergie line. This is in the shade Fair, I want to say. Yeah, Fair. And it's just separating. It's time for it to go, but this is so good. I wish Wet n Wild would come back out with this concealer formula because it's unbelievable. So, so good. I do have 2 of the Master Conceals from Face Studio. I have Light and Fair. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to these now just because I want to try and get through them. I do have the L'Oreal Lift Blur Concealer, which I actually really enjoy this. This is in the shade Fair, and I like to mix this with foundations that are a little bit too dark for me, or maybe a little bit too heavy, and I feel like it really kind of is a nice balancer for those shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to that, I'm trying to work through some of these concealers. And then I also have the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. Again, I'm in the shade Fair, and I really like this concealer as well. It's just got a nice texture to it. It's very full coverage, so I am going to use that. All right, I do have my Born This Way concealer from Too Faced, and this is in the shade, I want to say it's Very Fair. This one, guys, I am like scraping the sides. I'm trying to use every little bit of this. This is my favorite concealer, just everyday concealer. I love how moisturizing it is underneath the eyes, and if I'm just doing a day-to-day look, this is probably what I'm reaching for. I'm going to finish this up. I've got probably a couple more uses out of it before it just gets to the point where I need to get rid of it, but this will eventually be a repurchase. I do have 2 of these full coverage liquid concealers from waterproof and they're waterproof from Ulta. This is in Light Cool, and then this is in Yellow, and I just wanted to try these out, and so far I'm really liking these. I like the texture. They've got a nice texture, but it's not heavy. It's nice and moisturizing. I like to mix the yellow in just to brighten things up, or even things out a little bit. So I'm still in the testing phase of these, but so far I have high hopes for these. We're gonna put you guys over here for now. Another concealer that I absolutely love from Wet n Wild, and this is the Highlighting Concealing Pen in Illuminati in Ivory Into You from Wet n Wild. This is just getting to the point where it's just not good anymore, so I am going to get rid of it. This will probably eventually be a repurchase because I love mixing this with more heavy-duty concealers, just because it does add some moisture and hydration underneath the eye. Really nice little concealing pen. In that same vein, I do have my Dream Lumi Touch Highlighting Concealer Pen, and this one is still good. I like this, has more of a peachy pink tone. I like to mix peachy tones in with my more cool fair tone concealers just because I like the effect, so I am going to go ahead and hold on to that and finish that up. I don't have much left, as you can tell. I do have two of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealers. I got this one originally, which was in light ivory, because this was the only option at the time. And it works well. It's like my skin tone, so I like using it for blemishes or just to kind of reinforce coverage on my face. And then for underneath my eyes, I just got this shade, which is in Fair Neutral. And I definitely like this one. It's brighter, more brightening underneath the eyes and around the center of my face. And I also like that for right around my brows as well. So those are both staying. Not my favorite concealer formula, but they are really nice. I also have my NARS Creamy Concealer, Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly. Another just nice concealer. This one can get a little dry underneath the eye, so I use it more during the summertime, just because I tend to be a little bit more oily and moisturized during the summertime and not so dry. Of course, I have my, I almost said it, my Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. And again, this is kind of getting down to the bottom of the barrel as well and will be a repurchase. This is just such a good concealer, totally worth the hype. It's fantasticals. And then finally in this drawer, I do have my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in Fair Neutral. I do like this. It's not my favorite. I feel like I need to use this up to really decide if I want to repurchase it again, but I would definitely repurchase the Too Faced Born This Way and the Tarte Shape Tape over this one. But it is a good concealer. Again, it's like the Radiant Creamy Concealer. It's a little bit more on the dry side. All right, so we didn't get rid of a lot in that drawer, but we did get rid of quite a, some things that needed to be cleared out. I was pretty happy with this as well, and I haven't really added to this drawer a whole bunch. I think these are the only two new concealers I've purchased along with the lighter Wet n Wild one, so pretty happy with that. We're gonna leave that as is. All right, highlighting drawer. Oh, this is gonna be hard because again, I think I've purchased one new highlighter or two new highlighters in the past year. Three. I've purchased 3 new highlighters in the past year, I think. And I was really happy with my collection, but that's okay. I know I can pare this down. So let's get started. So first off, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminating Palette in Catwalk Pink. This used to be my all-time favorite highlighter in the old packaging. I went through two of them, and I like this one, but I never use it. It's a little glittery when they reformulated, and it's a little deep for my skin tone, so I think I'm gonna say goodbye to this. I never thought I would say that, but it's happening. This is the Mega Glow Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana, which is just a beautiful, gorgeous, subtle, just add a little bit of luminosity to your skin. It's very much, it gives you the kind of same effect that the ambient highlighting powders give, and that one's staying for sure. You're staying. All right, these are two of the Revolution Makeup Vivid Baked highlighters, and this is in Golden Lights, and these are stunning. I just never reach for these, and they're just sitting in my collection. Look how pretty that is. That is in Golden Lights, and then this one is in Peach Lights. They're so pretty. I think I'm gonna get rid of Pink Lights and keep Golden Lights because that one is just stunning. This is a beautiful powder. This is the Fresh Bloom All Over Color in Peony Blend from Clinique, and this is gorgeous. I actually bought this on a cruise, and I love using it as a very like subtle highlighter slash blush topper, which is why I keep it in here. So I will be keeping that. Let's go here. This is the highlighting powder from, or shimmer switch from Soap and Glory in Glow All Out. I really like this powder. I thought it was gonna be really, really plain, but I love it on the skin. It's got like a pink with almost a blue, very, very subtle blue turn to it. It's really subtle on the skin, very beautiful. Gives you kind of that airbrush quality, so I'm gonna keep this as well. Keep them kind of reorganizing as we go. I do have Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Moonstone. This is just a classic. I need to use this one more, but really, really pretty. A little bit of a warmer tone to that, so we'll keep that. I do have the Too Faced Candlelight Glow in Rosy Glow, another really pretty highlighter that I just really, really like. You know what? This one is a little bit more subtle than Golden Lights. Golden Lights is beautiful, but it's just a little in your face. This is so pretty, but I feel like this one is just so much more subtle and just flattering on my skin, so I think I'm gonna let this one go because they're very similar. It's just a matter of intensity, and I think I like this one better. Oh, that was hard. Okay, I'm gonna put these over here because we're gonna go over those in a minute. Okay, let's talk about this. This is a Physicians Formula Happy Booster Translucent Powder. This is so pretty. I love this as just a simple, basic highlight. Very subtle, but I haven't used it in forever, so it's gonna go. Guys, I did not think I was gonna do this at all, period, let alone get rid of. I've only got rid of 4, so I need to not get ahead of myself, but. Oldie but a goodie. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. This is gorgeous, keeping forever. This is the Luna Luster in Trip the Light Fantastic from the Star Trek collection. I know, I'm a nerd. Please don't judge me. I want to be Jean-Luc Picard when I grow up. I did not like this at first, but the more you get into the product, the more I like it. It's very similar to Soft and Gentle, just a little bit less metallic and more pink. So that one is staying. Not gonna lie, I totally got this one just for the packaging. Don't judge. This is Snow Flushed Extra Dimension Skin Finish, and this is from the Pretty Little Things collection. So yes, I did just buy this for the packaging and just because it's so beautiful, and I mean, that's gonna be a gorgeous eyeshadow. I'm keeping it, don't judge me. Fun story, when we went on the Invicta cruise, we were at the muster station and I saw this highlighter on a woman and I was like, are you wearing, what is it? I was like, are you wearing the limited edition highlighter from MAC? And she's like, yes I am, oh my gosh. And Daniel was like, you are ridiculous. So Snow Flushed, keeping that super pretty. This is why I like doing declutters. It's very cathartic. Things you think you would never get rid of, you're like, oh yeah, I can totally get rid of that, which is nice. It's a good habit to get into. I love collecting makeup, but it's a good habit to go through it and decide what you really like and what can be sacrificed. This highlighter I am definitely keeping. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ambreezy highlighter. So stunning. I didn't think it would be flattering on my skin tone, but it's like the perfect gold tone highlighter. Definitely keeping that. That was actually in my products I wish were permanent, or limited edition products I wish were permanent. So if you want to check it out, I will put it in the cards. Another recent highlighter that I got that I've been eyeing forever is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in Transcendence from Stila. Oh my god, this is so pretty. It's so pretty on the skin. It's pretty on the inner corner. Absolutely adore this highlighter. It is also staying. You are staying too. A couple highlighters, or eyeshadows actually, that I use as highlighters, which I'm about to do a video on. And this is the Kat Von D Thunderstruck eyeshadow. I know she's a hot ass mess, guys, but this is so good. It's so pretty on the inner corner, pretty on the skin. Absolutely love it. That's staying. And then I also have the NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow in Andromeda. I also love this as a highlighter, which is what I use it for mainly. It's just stunning. So pretty. All right, let's move on. Where do I want to start? Let's start back here. All right, these two highlighters I absolutely love, but I think I can get rid of one of them. This one is the Two Reflect Shimmer Palette. These were back from when it was the Fergie line. And this is in Rosé Champagne Glow. I love this highlighter. It's so pretty. Oh, wait, maybe I can't. Oh, that's a maybe. This one I definitely don't want to get rid of. This is the To Reflect Shimmer Palette in Hollywood Boulevard. These, you can get these now just from the regular Wet n Wild line, but they have different names, and those are both stunning. Okay, I lied. I'm keeping both of those. Keeping both of those. All right, these right here are the Bare Minerals Invisible Glow Powder Highlighters, and I have them in medium and fair to light. Now, there's a little bit of confusion with this when I did the review, because people are like, well, you like powdery eyeshadows, you like Lorac, and I feel like this kind of exceeds that level of powderiness, and they feel really, like, even just swatching it, I don't know if you can tell, but even just swatching it, just barely touching it, the amount of powder and product that gets kicked up in these is just so ridiculous that I couldn't recommend them. I like them on the skin. I think they're beautiful products. I just think the powderiness, I think, is so ridiculous to where I couldn't 100% recommend them. And that was where that review came from. So, I mean, it's just, if these were less powdery, I mean, less kick up, and you didn't waste so much product, I would 100% recommend these because they are beautiful. So that's the medium one right there. Just a little tangent. I just want to let you guys know where I come from, because when I recommend products or don't recommend products and you take my word, I take that very seriously, because I know you work hard for your money. I work hard for my money, and I don't want to recommend something that I am not 100% fully behind. So that's where that review came from. And then this is the one in Fair to Light, which actually has quite a dip in it. I really do use this one quite a bit. I will use these. I just probably won't repurchase. It's beautiful. They could just make those less, with less kick up, where you don't lose half the product every time you dip your brush in. Be all about it. All right, this is the Wet n Wild Geometric Highlighting Powder in Where Dreamers Go, and I had all three of these, and I was gonna just keep one. This one is really beautiful, but I just don't reach for it. It's very subtle. I don't reach for it. It's gotta go. All right, I do have some limited edition Wet n Wild highlighters. This one is in White Raven. This was from a Halloween collection. So pretty. Keeping that one. Let's do these Wet n Wild, or these limited edition ones. This is the Sweetest Bling. I've been talking about this one a lot and using it a lot, and that is absolutely stunning. This should be at 100%. Should be permanent. So good. That one's staying. And then I have this one in Lilac to Reality, which is also really, really beautiful. It's like a soft lilac-y purple with a blue tint to it. These are just gorgeous on the inner corners as well. So I'm keeping all three of those. Actually, let's put you here. All right. Let's talk about the Mega Glow highlighting powders, which are amazing. This one is in Precious Petals. The texture on these is just ridiculous. Now, this is absolutely gorgeous. I think Soft and Gentle is usually about as dark as I go, and I want to say this is darker than Soft and Gentle. So I think I'm gonna let Precious Petals go, just because I never reach for it because it's just a little too dark. But this one's gonna go. The crown of my canopy is also a little dark for me. Again, I just won't use it, so that one needs to go. Botanic Dream is that one's very similar to the Sweetest Bling. Let's just swatch for comparison. No, it's not. It's lighter. It's a deeper than the Sweetest Bling, but beautiful. Keeping that one. And then Blossom Glow is probably my favorite. Just, they're gorgeous. Oh, it hurts to get rid of those, but it's healthy. It's healthy. So I'm gonna put these back here. All right, I do have the Mega Glow highlighting bar. This was a limited edition at Christmas, I think last year, and then, or 2 years ago, and then they made it permanent, which I'm glad, because it is also really, really pretty. Again, I'm just gonna compare it to Soft and Gentle. Yeah, it's a little, it's so pretty on, but I think if I'm gonna get a reach for a gold highlighter, it's gonna be the Amrezy. I'm doing some comparisons so I can talk myself out of this highlighter. And I've got a whole, you know, a bunch of face palettes too. You know what, this one is pretty, but I don't reach for it anymore. I think it's gonna be a little too deep. I'm gonna let this one go. Wow, we got rid of 5 Wet n Wild highlighters. If you guys know me, that's crazy because I'm obsessed with Wet n Wild. But there we go. All right, I do have the Hard Candy Baked Bronzer in Tiki. The texture on this is just stunning, and it's just super, super pretty. I'm gonna hold on to that one for a little while longer. I haven't reached for it in a while, so that might not survive my next declutter, but it's staying for now. I do have 2 of these Ulta Illuminating Powders. Now, this is in Pink Diamond. Now, these were almost like too intense for me to even deal with, but I have really discovered a love for them. This one is in Yellow Diamond. This one I might let go, because I think it's very similar to Candlelight Glow, and Candlelight Glow is a little bit smoother on the skin. So I think I'm gonna keep Pink Diamond and get rid of Candlelight Glow, or I mean, get rid of Yellow Diamond. This one also makes a really beautiful blush topper. Then I also have a Milani highlighter in Strobe. This is Afterglow. This is one of the strobe light highlighters, and Milani just makes face products like nobody else. So keeping that. All right, now I do have liquid highlighters, and I hold on to these because in my mind, I think I'm gonna use them, but I need to get rid of some of these. Now, this is a very emotional product for me, these Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights, because when I was graduating high school, which was back, you know, when we didn't have color TV, and I loved these. I loved mixing these in with my makeup. They were gorgeous. I used them on my eyes. They had like 6 or 7 different shades, and I loved these, but I think I can get rid of Peach Lights. I'm not gonna use it anymore. It's a little too deep for my skin tone. I love Pink Light. I think I'm gonna hold on to this one. This one is just, I need to get more into incorporating these into my foundation routine. I hope I've been in frame, guys. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. So that one's gonna stay. And then I have Bare Light, which I think I'm also gonna keep. Am I? I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna keep it. It needs to go. It needs to go. I'm just gonna keep Pink Light. I do have these, these came out when the Mega Glow highlighters in like Crown of My Canopy first came out, and they're so pretty, but I just don't use stick products, so these are gonna go. This is the Light Up My Hibiscus. It was a spring collection, and then this one is Marigold Round. I just never use them, and I have highlighters, powder highlighters that look like that, so these are gonna go. All right, I do have What's Up from Benefit. This is so old, but it's still so pretty. Ooh, you're maybe. I do have the Maybelline Master Strobing Stick. Again, another beautiful product, but I just don't use it. You are also maybe. 2 are maybes. I have got the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. What is this one? I can't remember. It's just the liquid of Moonstone. I'm gonna let this one go. I'm not gonna use it. Okay, Jordana Pearl Glow. This is actually really pretty too, but again, I don't use these stick. They move my foundation around. I don't use them. I need to get rid of them. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of the What's Up, and I'm gonna get rid of the Master Strobe Stick too, because if I'm gonna use a cream liquid concealer, highlighter, it's gonna be, I think, one of these. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Illuminating Highlighter in Who's That Pearl. Hate the packaging on these, but the actual highlighter is really, really pretty. Like, I would use that so much more readily than I would a stick highlighter. So I'm gonna keep this one. I do have 2 of these. I have Butterfingers. I do have 2 of these Mega Glow Hello Halo highlighters, liquid highlighters. This one is in holographic, right? Halographic. Ah, that's cute. Oh God, that's so pretty. And then I've barely touched these because they've been hiding under these other ones. And this is Halo Goodbye. And, okay, yeah, I need to use these. Look at that. Ah, it's so pretty. Okay, Yep, I need to get rid of those other ones because I'm going to use these. So we cut those down quite a bit. So those are going to be back here. And then I almost forgot this one, which I absolutely will not be giving away. And this is the Kevin Aquan Celestial Powder in Candlelight. And it is just such a beautiful, subtle highlighting powder. Just every, you know, I sometimes I use this as a under eye setting powder. Sometimes I use it as a highlighter. It just kind of depends, but I love this, so that's staying. All right, guys, I did not think I would get rid of that much in that drawer. That's kind of crazy. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this one too, because I don't use it. I don't use it. I haven't used it in forever, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. So I'm keeping 28, and I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got rid of 18 highlighters, and I didn't even think I was gonna declutter this drawer, but it needed to happen. That way I can try some new things. Like I said, I'm trying to contain my space. So if this is my highlighting drawer and I can't fit any, you know, if I can only buy as many highlighters as I can fit in these containers, then I'm gonna force myself to make room so I can try new things. So yeah, so we did some damage. So I'm really, really happy with that. All right, guys, so out of those two drawers, we got rid of 18 highlighters, which is blowing my mind right now. I didn't think I was gonna touch that drawer, which gives me hope for the blush drawer and the face palette drawer. And we got rid of 9 concealers, brow products, primers, that kind of thing, or eye primers. So not too bad for this declutter. I'm gonna be tackling my foundation slash powder slash primer drawer next, because that is just reaching ridiculous proportions. And then we're gonna go into blushes and face palettes. So guess y'all are getting some more declutters than I was planning on. I think I'm just avoiding doing my palette collection because I don't want to deal with it. It's bad. I love my collection, but it is getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start decluttering some things, and I don't even want to think about that. So that's gonna be an emotional process, but this is a good start. Didn't think I was gonna declutter anything, and I ended up decluttering 18 and only keeping 28, You know what I mean? That's a pretty big deal for me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter. Thank you so much for watching. PETA says hi with his little toe beans, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.